Yeah, that's not right there. What the fuck? Hey, Shalom. I'm coming. Give me 1 second, y'all. I think I got a little bit of a cold. Slightly, I don't know. A bit of a cold. We'll find out. Let's see how this goes. Let me put the phone number in the chat. Let me change this to subscriber only. What I learned is that doing subscriber only live streams, it does two things. It definitely gets rid of trolls that just want to say crazy stuff in the chat, which is what I like the most. So how I avoid having just anybody just say something in the chat, and I don't even do the subscribe long. I only do it. You got to be a subscriber for a certain amount of time. So now that just avoids somebody just randomly just putting it in there and shit. Like, pause. That's kind of pause. Randomly putting it in there is kind of pause. All right, let me just share this on my social media. And then we'll be ready to rock and roll. Got a few things I want to talk about. What the fuck? Boy, I know how to. Yeah. Let me save this. Live now. Next. Share the Facebook group. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, definitely want to hit the like button as you come in to the It's just very easy if you just double tap the screen. Just double tap it twice and you'll be in the game. Paste. You go to my Instagram. Paste. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Car Chronicles. I'm your host with the most. Let me know if that's a glare. Let me look at it myself, make sure, because I see kind of a glare. Let me make sure there's no glare in the live stream. Hold up. No, that's not bad. think it's tolerable. Let me see. That almost. Let me see if I move up a little bit. Let me see. That might be a little better. Hey, welcome to another edition of Car Chronicles. I'm your host. Yes. I'm your host with the most, Captain Tazaryach of ISUBK under Commander Jenny Yohana. Today's Car Chronicles is, of course, is Up in the Air Mondays, which when you think about it, Up in the Air Mondays, Smoke Fridays, all of the Car Chronicles are the same, but given like different names and stuff like that, just gives the feel of it being a little different. Shout out to Trooper Batak, said what a weekend. This weekend was absolutely amazing. Of course, New York City, I held it down along with the rest of the Akim up in New York, Buffalo, Albany, Syracuse, Philly, Delaware, DC. We held the East Coast Cookout in Harlem. It was at Thomas Jefferson Park. We started with a bang with scripture breakdown class with Jenna Hyman. Hell of a class, followed by Cross the Line Radio. And if anybody saw Cross the Line Radio, y'all see why we don't do Cross the Line Radio like on like cookout weekends, because for the most part, when we have those cookout events or even Passover events, after Jenna Hyman's class, we ready to hit the streets. Like we ready to, hang out, have fun and stuff like that. So we actually clipped the Cross the Line Radio. It didn't even go that long. And, that's what we did. Then after that, went and hung out a little bit. Then Saturday. Now, Saturday, we was at Washington Square Park, and we're going to be at Washington Square Park this Saturday, too. Saturday, we was at Washington Square Park, and boy, was it something else. Washington Square Park, now, I think I told everybody my intent with Washington Square Park was to absolutely start a riot. And what I mean by riot in the black sense, not the white sense where, FBI and people be looking. Tazaryach said he wanted to start a riot, not the white man's type of riot, but just being able to speak and bring up a pressing topic that is important to the people as far as what is destroying, our community, what is specifically targeting us. They make blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians the face of a lot of evil. But when you go into the real true root of it, it's always going to come back to white people are the root of all evil. And it's only they're able to mask it. What do I mean by they're able to mask it? What started the riot in Washington Square Park was when Ashaga Khan starts going into homosexuality. And as he's going into homosexuality and showing how this is a white man's culture, this is a white man's way of life, that's what started the riot. And what's interesting enough about this homosexuality is that it totally belongs to the white race, but on the TV, they make it seem like we're the homosexual. It's almost, and if you understand, if you can see from a demon perspective, or an unclean spirit perspective, or a vessel of honor perspective, you'll understand why when black people are wicked, it looks more, let me see if this word is a word before I say it. Hold on, let me look this word up. Yeah, there we go. When black people are more evil, why it's more bodacious. That's the word I wanted to use. Bodacious means excellent, admirable, or attractive. I want to focus on attractive. When black people are drug dealers, hold on, we got a caller coming in. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, my name is Mike. I'm calling from Carolina, North Carolina.
Okay, I got a question.
Yes, I had a question about Colossians 2:16.
Right.
I was talking to a Christian, and then that was the verse that they pulled up,
Mm-hmm.
saying like, 'cause I was breaking it down to him like, it's unlawful to eat pork, and the Sabbath day is on Saturday, and just showing them like how their doctrine was wrong, and then that's what they pulled. But I didn't know the breakdown behind that.
Okay. Read 2 verses above it.
Okay, 1 second.
It's very, very easy. Like their focus,
Uh-huh.
like when they pull that, let no man judge you, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
And
read.
yes.
Yeah, read. Matter of fact, start at verse 12.
Verse 12.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see.
Shout out to Alicia McBride with the super chat donation. What's up, Alicia?
Oh,
Yeah.
it's buried with him in baptism, wherein also ye are risen with him through the faith of the operation of God,
Mm-hmm.
who hath risen him from the dead.
Next verse.
And you, being dead in your sins and the uncircumcision of your flesh, he had quickened together with him,
Mm-hmm.
having forgiven you all trespasses.
So now, when it says buried with him in baptism, that's talking about your old man that's buried, right?
Right.
So your old man is full of sins, right? And now, when you are risen back up, you are not the man that sinned. You're now a new man, right?
Right, correct.
So now you can't sin, right? Now, before we even get to 16, this verse just cut the shit out of him, because now when you say that your old man buried and you were sinning, you can ask him, are you still eating pork? Are you still committing adultery? Are you still stealing? Are you still a thief? Are you still doing all these things? And when they say they still eating pork, you can say your old man is not buried. You're still your old man. Right?
Oh, okay.
Right? Because that's what it's saying. Like, we were all sinners before we turned our life to Christ. And when you turn your life to Christ, your old man is supposed to be buried, meaning you die spiritually, to be risen again spiritually, right? Read verse 14. Read verse 14.
Blotting out the handwriting of the ordinance that was against us, which was contrary to us, and took out the way, nailing it to his cross.
Now, what is that? Now, the Christian believes that the law, like the Christians believe that this is the law that was against us. But do you know what it means when it says blotting out the handwriting of ordinances that was against us? Do you know what was against us?
The Most High.
That's true. But what about the Most High was against us?
We broke the law.
Right? That's true. And so because we broke the law, then what? What because we broke the law, what's supposed to happen?
We're supposed to get punished.
That's right. And that's what Christ blotted out. Christ blotted out the punishments that we should receive because we didn't keep a feast day, because we didn't keep a high holy day, because we broke the commandments. So when it says blotting out the ordinances that was against us, which was contrary to us, and took it and nailed. So what he nailed away to the cross, which is why he died, is what gets nailed when we die spiritually. So when we die spiritually and we repent and we're born again, nobody can say to you, hey man, you didn't keep a Passover last year. You're right, I didn't keep a Passover last year, but I'm dead to that now because I'm born again. I will keep the Passover this year. Yo, I just saw you at the damn shrimp at Red Lobster a month ago. Yes, but I also died a month ago. You can't be judged once you're born again. That's what, so when it says in verse 16, when it says, let no man therefore judge you in meat or drink or respect her, that's about what you did in the past. It's not about what you do in the future.
Oh, okay.
Christians believe, because the Christians believe that Christ's death means that you can sin forever. That's what Christians believe. Christians do not believe that they got to keep any law.
Right.
Except, you know what I mean? So you want to show them, but
Yeah.
Colossians 2:16 is saying, let no man therefore judge you in meat or drink or respect. That's talking about things that they would be. And you gotta, if you can understand black people today, there's nobody more judgmental to other black people than us. Meaning, like, when someone cleans themselves up, if they know your dirt,
Hmm.
like if they know what you did in the past, they never let you live that down. Like, you take a
Right.
drug addict been getting high for 12 years, he go to rehab, come home and get clean. You know why he'll probably go to a different neighborhood? Because if he stays in his neighborhood, it's twofold. The familiarity and the people judging him. Man, I remember you was out here, man, selling this for drugs. You was doing this. You ain't changed. So what do
Right.
they look
Right.
for? They look to go somewhere where they can get a clean slate, where nobody knows their past, because we're judging them off their
Right.
past. So when a brother or sister comes into the truth, they could have been on a stripper pole. That sister on that
Okay.
stripper pole, she go clean herself up. We don't judge her from when she was a stripper. We look at the miracle
Right.
the Lord allowed her to change. That's what this verse is talking about.
Okay. I appreciate that, sir.
Hey, no sweat out.
All right. Thank you.
All right. I'll try to put this poll up, but it won't let put the poll up. They keep asking me to do something else. But let me see if I could do it another way, because when I don't put the poll up, y'all don't give a brother no likes when I don't put the poll up. It'd be such a nice thing if you did, though. It helps the algorithm, which is the main reason. If anybody wanted to know why I always say put the poll up, it's because it helps the algorithm. And so because it helps the algorithm, that's why I like the poll to be put up. Let me see if I can do it here. Hold on, let me see. Oh yeah, it's better to do it here. But I like, and this is why, when I tell y'all, this is why I like the fold. This is why I like the fold instead of like the iPhone, because on here I can actually open up my Chrome web browser, and through my web browser I can go on here and actually do it. I could do it that way. And look at that. It just jumped. 30 likes just jumped by just putting that poll up. Just 30 likes. 30 likes that fast. I appreciate it. Let's try to get up to 100, 150 likes. It's greatly appreciated. And it does help the algorithm. Y'all better be careful. I got a savage boss. I'm just letting y'all know. I got a savage boss. That savage boss said, cut the chat off. I bet that'll get the likes up. All right. All right. I might try it. Says, But anyway, what I was saying earlier about our sin, when it comes to the subject of homosexuality, white people are homosexuals at a way higher rate than blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, at a higher rate than everybody. You notice they don't make being homosexuals bodacious. Even when they pass laws. Hey, don't threaten me, Yaikwao, because when you say cutting the chat off will have you talking to yourself, I'm already talking to myself, dumbass. Who's talking to me? There's nobody talking to me right now. I'm already talking to myself. So anyway, outside of the laws that they pass, same-sex marriage, XYZ like that, you don't see white people making homosexuality bodacious. What I mean by bodacious, they don't make it attractive. They do it in a way like how Snoop Dogg said with the children. And the crazy part about it is the writer of the movie Lightyear, that Snoop did that. She ain't changing off of that. She's not changing off of that. So they do it that way. But when black people are into that lifestyle, them boys is in Atlanta wearing dresses. Madea is playing the role of Madea is Tyler Perry playing a woman and going all out with it. Black men, black women, when they become homosexuals, they flamboyant with it. When it comes to drugs, the white man bring the drugs in here, sell the drugs, give it to us. But when we use the drugs and sell the drugs, we make it bodacious. We make it the most attractive thing. Percocets. When y'all talk about perk 30s, you know how long white people been doing Percocets? You know how long white people been doing speed, perk, dope, cocaine, all of that. But now when we do it, oh, we got to rap about it. Perk 30, Percocet, Molly Percocet. They got a whole song with Future. And the crazy part, Future don't even use the drug he talking about, but in the song, Percocet, Molly Percocet, chase a check. Because we make evil bodacious. You know why the white man does not make evil bodacious? Because it fits on him. Like, if you have, as a man, for men, if you ever got a tailor-made suit, or if you ever got a tailor-made outfit or anything like that, you know, they measure you. Like when I get my garments made, they measure. So they're going to measure your shoulder to shoulder. They're going to measure your chest. They're going to measure your arm length. They're going to measure your knee length. Excuse me, your length down your waist. They're going to measure all of that so that they can make that suit to fit. Unclean spirits, when it comes to the white man, unclean spirits fit perfectly on him. It's a well-dressed suit. That demon is made to fit on him. That demon is not made to fit on us. So when we put that demon on, when we try to dress that demon, we have to go all out with the shit. We can't just sit regular with it. We can't be the normal person. We got to show out. We have to make it bodacious. We have to make it attractive. We have to make this the greatest thing ever. And that's why you always see us looking the most disgusting that you can find. And that white man came out. Let me show y'all a preview. It's on my YouTube channel if y'all want to see it. I think I got the video. I think I downloaded the video. Let me show y'all. This is what this white man did. Let me see. Is this it? Hold on. Hold on.
He's got a good lawyer. He's got a good lawyer. I don't need a fucking lawyer. I need me. You're a white man. I thought we had freedom of speech. I thought I could do what I want to say. Bow down to you, but you will bow down to us. I thought you were going to do something when you came back. Then you say, then do something. We are not Christian. We are not Christian. No, we're not. What we made you do, you wasted all your time to come back to talk to black men. Now, what you going to do? Do something if you're going to do it. You're not. Filming with a camera ain't doing nothing. If you're going to do something, you'd have done it. This almost sound like cross the line a little bit. Almost sound like cross the line a little bit. If you're going to cross the line, you would have crossed it, right? What we found out is fake Africans and white men won't do nothing to real black men. That's right. You do absolutely. All you doing is talking. Make me. Make me. You can't make me. And you know what's crazy? We ain't talked about women. We talked about nasty.
Come on, man. Why are you calling while I'm playing the video?
That's what you are. You're the sexual deviant. You're the predator. You're the murderer that took away my father's identity, took away my mother's identity, and we call you out on it every day, and you won't do nothing about it. What's y'all?
And now, that same crazy white man, let me show y'all what that crazy white man did later. This is what I mean. Like, look, watch this. After he did it, after he came over there, dude, I'm trying to show a video. You got to wait a second. After he did that video, after he come up in front of the camp doing all the yelling, this is what that white man did afterwards. This is what he did afterwards. Watch this.
Look at this guy. This the nigga that's
That's him right there.
threatening us at the camp. Good dope.
That's him. That white man went right on the side. That white man went right on the side and whipped out a ukulele and started started ukuleleing and shit. Started doing this. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. That nigga went right on the side. Just went right on the side. Cause that demon fits on me. The demon fits on me. Demon. Like almost looked like that white man in Sinners. That's how he was. All that shit was wild. I got one more now. On a serious note, right? There's a study. Like when we talk about trauma, right? I'm gonna talk about some trauma for a second. Like there's a real study out there I want to tell y'all about. So there was this, I saw this on Instagram and then I looked it up, right? And so this is what I'm about to read. I'm gonna read it to y'all. It says, brain scans have revealed children living with unstable families, excessive arguing, abuse, and are neglectful have brain changes similar to combat soldiers after active duty. I'm gonna read this again. Like, y'all don't understand trauma, like real, true trauma. Why do you think, like, when a woman is pregnant, trauma will damage that kid? When a woman is pregnant, what that woman eats, drinks, abuses will affect that kid. Now, let's take when kids are born, and I'm going to read y'all the article too. They did brain scans on children, and children living in unstable homes, excessive arguing, abuse, or neglectful, having brain changes similar combat soldiers after active duty. PTSD, like what Rhoda put in the chat, is something that all of these young kids that we ignorantly call YNs. When I tell y'all, I hate the term YN. It's one of the most disgusting terms. And what you have to start thinking, especially in our communities, what you have to start thinking when we see these kids, if you can take this report seriously, it should bring out a certain level of compassion. And so to Mark Freeman that says it's not true, I challenge you to call in. The number's right there, 862-224-9027. I challenge you to call in and tell me how it's not true. When we see these children out here, I remember I remember counseling, and I remember counseling this brother, and he would tell me, he said when he's in high school, and he would tell me how his mom would start arguments with him, how he felt like his mom would start arguments with him in the morning before he went to school. And so because she would do that, he got an attitude on the school bus. He got an attitude in class. So he got to take it out on somebody because kids don't have discipline. For some reason, we expect kids to have discipline when we as adults don't have discipline. Discipline is something that you have to train yourself for. Like even in the Bible in 2 Timothy, it says, thou for endure hardness as a soldier of Christ. So even as a soldier of Christ, even as an Israelite, even as an adult, you have to discipline yourself to be able to be disciplined. You don't wake up with discipline. And how does discipline happen? When you're given a set of rules and you're properly taught those set of rules. So when that brother is getting yelled at by his mother in the morning and he goes to school and then the teacher tell him to do something, he already went to the school on 10, on an attitude. So when you see these kids out here, it's the same exact thing. That's why I hate the term YNs, because what I've always found is that when I see these kids acting up, let me see if I can find, I don't know if I'll be able to find this video, but if I could find this video, it would be absolutely amazing. Hold on, let me see if I can find this video. ISUBK, Africans Wow. I always tell a story of this video. And if I could find this video, it would be utterly amazing if I could find this video. Otherwise, I would just have to tell y'all. But there's a video, and it's a Sinetta video. Oh, I don't know if he had to take it down. Hold up. This African's going wild. No. So I'm gonna have to tell y'all the story. So what I'm talking about is there was a couple years ago, we at camp, and as we at camp, Captain Taiwo was blazing. Sinetta's out there, Polite's out there, everybody's out there. And as he's out there, this brother comes up there and he yelling at us, doing all this yelling at us, threatening us and all that. He said he'll shoot everybody he said, I'll shoot everybody on our 12 tribe sign. He said from the blacks all the way down to the Mexicans. And the whole time he doing that, Captain Taiwo is giving them brotherhood. Nah, you ain't gonna do that. You're gonna be a brother. You're gonna do this. At the end of him and Captain Taiwo is blazing and going at each other for about 25 minutes. At the end of that, Captain Taiwo finished speaking. I'm speaking now. That African screamer, that young brother came on the side, and now he's having a one-on-one conversation with Captain Taiwo. And he starts crying. He gives Captain Taiwo a hug. Because really, all of that anger that he had is because of the environment that he's brought up in. That's why they're saying childhood trauma is like a soldier, because you're throwing these children in the war. What is the war? The war is the broken home. The war is the single-parent household. The war is having to grow up in these drug-infested neighborhoods, in these bad neighborhoods. You know why black parents want to leave the hood? Not because they don't love the hood. It's because they don't want their children being brought up having to face the same pitfalls that they was fortunate to survive. So where even when you get in your 30s and your 40s, we still suffer from trauma from shit that happened when we was younger. So I just wanted to touch on that. There's a brother that asked, said he wanted to call. Yeah, you could call long as, yeah, I don't care if you call. Anybody could call. I was just playing the video. I want to show one more thing, and then I'll get up out of here. This is the last subject I got. So if y'all gonna call in, you better call in, because it's not gonna be a long live stream. I'm gonna play this one content, and then I'm gonna be out. All right. So I want to play one more. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
My name is Charles from Rochester, New York.
Got you. You had a question or comment, brother?
Yeah, I absolutely do, Cap. I don't know if everybody pay attention to the content that's being put out and the words that are being spoken. The same way Polite pulled up on you when I first started watching you for Cross the Line Radio, is the same way that white man pulled up. And you said it to him directly, and you said it polite, and I hate to even say polite. You said it like a man of God would say. Let me say that. Exactly. You said it like a man of God. If you want to cross it, cross it. If you don't, don't. And he came up there when he had his book bag on and all his flags on him and everything else and this and that. He didn't understand the word of God that you were speaking about. He went to women. Because when he came up to you guys, he said something about, oh, you're talking about women. Right. And that was the last video so that triggered something in my head, like, okay, so this guy, I can't say he knows something, because, I'll never give that credit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But he came up there talking about a woman, and you said specifically to him, I'm not talking about a woman. I'm talking about what's going on.
Right.
And then once y'all got into it, Cap, you are diabolical, man. Like, I love when you tell people just what it is, and they have to hear it and see it, and then guess what? They can't do nothing about it.
Right. They can't. It'd be rough.
And Cap, that's the one thing I'll say about y'all brothers at ISUPK. That's what I really, really respect about y'all, because no matter what happens, how, it's brotherhood. It was brothers all behind, like this. But see, this is the thing. That one man thought he could come up against an army.
He did.
He thought he could come up against an army. And you told him just how you needed to tell him. Because I don't think all the rest of them
and
I
was gonna say real quick, and then because when you actually see it, he actually came out there first before that. And then he said he was coming back. That's why, when y'all see the whole video, that was the second time he came out. That's why you heard me say, you said you was gonna do something when you came back.
Yeah,
that's why I said
he came back. Yeah.
Right.
I heard it. Yeah. And that's so he had a point to prove. What I want to know is, what was his point to prove? You coming up to a army, basically. Cap, that's just like me going, and it's off subject. That's just like me going to the Marines, and I'm a one-man army by myself.
Right.
And you don't have an army behind you because there's nobody behind you. You get what you see the different sides of it. Like, that's why it didn't make sense to me. I was waiting. I wanted to see more than that 1 minute and 42 seconds that you posted. That's what I wanted to see.
Yeah, it'll be out soon. Yeah, it'll be out soon. Yep, it'll be out soon.
All right, Cap. I just wanted to call you and say that, man. Keep on, y'all brothers. Y'all keep doing what y'all doing, man.
No sweat. I appreciate it, brother.
All right.
Take care. All right. This last little bit of content, and I do got to go. I had some medicine to take. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
This man calling from Springfield, Illinois, man.
Con. Make sure you pause me in the background. That way you can hear me in real time. You got a question or comment?
I just had to say a few letters, sir.
Okay, good.
TBL.
You said TBL?
Yes, sir. Truth Battle League.
Truth Battle League? What?
Truth Battle League.
What about, you said Truth Battle League? What about it?
Them battles y'all been getting going on, man. Started with Guy Logic and then Christian guy.
Right.
I like those, man. Think you should start a battle league.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I wouldn't start a battle league, but I do like them battles. What I am trying to set up is, you ever see that 20 versus 1 that with Candace Owens? Like, I'm trying to get on that platform, but if I can't get on that platform, what I am going to do is set up like something where I can get like 10 to 20 Christians or 10 to 20 people that can convince me to love the white man, different things. Integration is better. I am setting up something like that. But here's why I wouldn't create a battle league, because I don't battle for the competition of it. I battle for the game that can be had out after it. So like, battle leagues are good. I watch battle rap. I don't know if you know, I love battle rap.
Yeah,
but
I know.
Sometimes people could get more focused on the battle instead of the truth. So I'm about battling people. Like, if anybody look at my history, you see that I rarely, if ever, have had a debate against an Israelite, Old Testament or New Testament, because Old Testament or New Testament Israelites does not move the needle. Like if I battle an Israelite over are we in a new covenant or not, that's not gonna move the needle for what I do. If I battle an Old Testament Israelite on the historicity of Jesus Christ, it's not gonna move the needle. But anytime I've debated Christians, it moves the needle. If I debated Muslims, it moves the needle. Because battling the Israelite, that's such a small circle. Like, if you're looking for self-gratification, then I would battle Israelites all the time, Old Testament and New Testament. But I'm not looking for self-gratification. Now, the reason why, like, that battle, because the frenzy. So when everybody is looking at us go back and forth, the shit is epic. The shit is dope. And I actually have another one that I'm working up. It's supposed to be the end of this month or December. I'm still waiting for him to give me the date. This guy, William, that I debated on Immaculate Conception, him and I are going to debate in Washington Square Park. Now, you know what makes him good to debate? He's a Roman Catholic. He going to bring all his Roman Catholic homies, and I get to smash them in front of everybody. That moves the needle. If I create a league, the league now invites every lunatic that, you know, stay in the house and just all they doing is just studying the Bible. I don't study the Bible. I live the Bible. I push the truth. It's different. And what I mean for there's some naysayers out there. Look, Cap said he don't study the Bible. Everybody should understand exactly what I mean when I say what I said. Like, it's more than just memorizing precepts. It's like, if I entertain this guy, after that battle is over, what do I gain? Even when I battle people in the world, like when I go on Cooley's channel, when I go on when I debate Andrew Wilson, when I go on Jesse Lee Peterson, when I go to No Jumpers, when I deal with Wack, those things move the needle. Like right now, Wack 100 got a boxing match coming up. He's setting up a boxing match between Shannon Briggs and 600. And he's hired ISUBK to do the security for that event at a time when, if my memory serves me correct, Muslims would be, like the Nation of Islam would be the ones that people would mainly go to. So now, me dealing with Wack, that moves the needle. Me dealing with Wack, a brother just came to me yesterday telling me he saw, matter of fact, It from I Love New York. Was it from I Love New York? Somebody, I can't remember exactly who, but they came to me yesterday telling me how they watched Wack 100 battle Vlad over Drake being an Israelite according to his father. That moves the needle. Now, I battle some Old Testament Israelite. I battle some Israelite over the New Covenant or something like that. That don't move the needle for me. So it sounds good to do, like even that term, it sounds good, and I am technically doing that. I just won't call it a league. That's the only thing I won't do is call it a league.
Okay, understandable.
Mm-hmm.
But the shit is just so fire.
Yeah, it is.
It's so fire.
Listen, the frenzy. At my cookout yesterday, everybody was asking me to do the dance I was doing when I was there. Everybody said, Cap, let me turn the cap. They was like, Cap, you got to do the dance. So, because that's how epic that moment was. You know what I mean? And that's what you're looking for. And that draws people. Like, those type of battles draw people. But I'm not trying to draw them to me per se, to say, Cap, we love you in the debate. I'm trying to draw them to the truth. Damn, Cap had a point. Jesus ain't God. Look at what he said here. This white man said the Most High comes from David. He can't be telling the truth. And that'll wake people up to the truth. You know what I mean?
Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. I was done. I was just saying, do you know what I mean? I was giving the floor back to you.
Yeah. I understand exactly. It's just I watch Battle League too, and there's never there's always a winner, as we just
Hold on one second. Hold on 1 second, brother.
All right.
Caller, hold on.
You
Go
know
ahead. I said, hold on a second. To the other caller, you said as you listen to him.
Yeah, and I watch Battle League rap too, and the ones that's doing the battling, they always win. You know what I'm saying? There's never a mission of loss. But with this true Battle League, the Lord wins this one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but they'll make the same arguments then. Like Christians didn't walk away, even though their man lost. They didn't walk away saying he lost. Some Christians did. Like I had some Christians that came up and was honest and like, yeah, it was bad. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you got some that don't. So it's always gonna be like that. And that's why I said like, but
you're right.
yeah. So you just want to make sure, like, we move the needle as that go out. And then I see all the other Christians talking about the work that we did and trying to get my attention. That's what let me know more. Hey, I just moved the needle because look how they talking about it. Look how they like this one cat done made like 12 videos already. Some Christian cat, one of their top guys, because that's how bad it was. So I like to do things like that. I like to do things that move the needle from that position. So was there anything else, brother?
No, you keep up the good work, sir.
Most High Christ, I appreciate it. Yeah, definitely. And so, just so you know, I don't disagree with the concept of what you're saying. I just wouldn't call it a league.
Exactly. I understand.
All right, no sweat.
All right, you have a great day, sir.
You too, brother.
Have a great day.
All right.
All right.
Next call, it says Julio.
Yeah, that's me.
What's up?
Yo, I just wanted to call in and ask, because you seem like you're pretty knowledgeable on the Black Hebrew Israelite position. How do the Black Hebrew Israelites like feel about other races who are of color but not necessarily white, like Mexicans? Like I'm Mexican. How would that sort of like feel me?
So for us, now are you Mexican on your father's side? Are you like and I'm asking this from a historical position. Would you consider yourself like a Spaniard type of Mexican or a actual Mexican? Wait, hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. I'm doing a live. I got to move my car now. My grandbaby trying to. Hey. Can I put on the camera? Let me see. Open the door.
It's not open. You gotta open it.
Oh, my bad.
You gotta open the door.
Hold on, y'all see my grandbaby. Come here. Let me see. Look at my grandbaby. Say hi. Look at there. Say hi. Say hi.
He said hi.
Say hi. She like, nah, give me. You don't want to look on the camera? She don't want to talk.
Take it. Hey, so like
I'm live. So whatever you say, people
okay, that's
can hear
fine.
you.
I was making rice and stuff, and then I took the pot of rice off the stove, and then I forgot to turn the stove off.
Okay.
So don't like light anything for like a little bit.
Okay.
I don't remember how long.
Okay, I don't want that to be on my live stream. Hi. Oh, you gonna speak now off camera? Bye. I gotta answer the brother's question now, but I'll move the car.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. All right. So what you were saying about your history? I apologize for that.
I actually did a DNA test, so I'm like 60% indigenous.
Okay, perfect. So, and the reason why I asked that is because just like with black people, so let's take somebody like Bob Marley, for example. Bob Marley, we don't look at him as our people. We look at him as a white man because daddy's white. That's why I was asking you that question. So now to answer your question directly, first, just a brief notion. We don't use the term Black Hebrew Israelites because that's something that the white man made to be like derogatory to us. Or like, that's just them niggas over there like that. But we are Israelites. And so, if you follow anything with us, how we look at Mexicans are Israelites too. So they would be our brothers. Mexicans specifically come from the tribe of Issachar. So there's 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. You have blacks, which make up Judah. You got Taino Indians and Puerto Ricans that make up Ephraim. You got Issachar that make up the Mexicans. You got Simeon that make up the Dominicans. The Native Indians, which make up the Gadites. The Seminole Indians, which make up the Reubenites. So there's 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, and all of them are our brothers. So you being a Mexican, you would be my brother. And I would teach you the Bible. I would teach you the truth of the Bible. Where you live at?
I live in Florida.
I can actually give you a number that you can call because we have a school in Florida and you can actually learn if you wanted to.
Maybe I'll look into that later, but I was just asking, so like how would that work if it was the inverse, like if I was 60% Spanish?
If you was a Spaniard, you would just be a white man to me.
So even though I'd have like similar amounts of like indigenous
We don't
heavy,
look
that would
at
make
it like that. We look at what your father is. That's why I use Bob Marley as an example. Bob Marley has a Jamaican mother, but he has a white father. That sperm that you come from determines your ethnicity. So his daddy is white, so he would be white to us. We don't look at the complexion. We don't look at your hair. We don't look at none of that. If your daddy is one of us, then you one of us.
Okay, so me personally, I'm gonna be upfront with it. I'm not a disingenuous person. I am a Christian,
Right.
and I sort of like think that sounds a little like off basis to me.
Off basis.
In terms of
What sounds off basis?
the idea that say the white man, this, that, and the third, you know, you're not one of us if you're not a person of color.
Is it off base?
Like
Is it off base according to?
Is
it off base according to the Bible, or is it off base according to Christianity?
I think so.
Okay, can you show me in the Bible where it's off base to be separate from other races to only deal with our own?
Well, it doesn't necessarily say separatism, I think word for word, but it does say things like the true Israelites are the ones who proclaim Jesus.
Where does it say that? Where does it say that at?
Let me go ahead and pull that up for you. I'm on my phone and at work.
Yeah, because I've never seen that. Do you know what the word holy means?
What?
The word holy.
The word holy?
Yeah, holy. Do you know what that word means?
Not to where I could give you a textbook definition.
The word holy means separate. So when God calls us his holy...
Oh, that's W-H-O-L-Y.
No. H-O-L-Y, brother. H-O-L-Y, holy, in the Bible, means separate. That's what it means. So when God calls us his holy people, he says he separated us from everybody else. It's against God's laws to sleep with someone of another nation. If they're not an Israelite, Israelites are not supposed to sleep with Hamites, Edomites, Ammonites. They're not supposed to sleep with other nations. That's in the Bible. When Solomon did it, God said Solomon sinned when he did it. Are you there?
It says Romans, it says in Romans, I was just pulling it up for you.
Yeah.
It says in Romans 9:6, the first thing that came up on Google when I was trying to look it back.
Romans 9 and 6?
Romans 9:6. It says,
Okay.
It is not as though God's word has failed, for not all who are descended from Israel are Israel.
Okay, that's I don't know what translation that is, but when I'll do the King James. I have it in front of me, so I'm gonna read the King James. So Romans 9 and 6 says, not as though the word of God have taken none effect, for they are not all Israel which are of Israel. What that means is that being in Israel, like right now, you can be in America, but you could be a different race of America, right? Even though we're all, like you being of America and me being of America, I'm what they call so-called black. You're what they call so-called Mexican, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even though we're both American. So people would look at us as a different race of people, even though we would be American, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you could be in Israel or of Israel, but you're not Israel. Meaning you're not Israel. And to understand it, all you got to do is just read further. So when I read further, it says, neither because they are the seed of Abraham are they all children, but in Isaac shall thy seed be called. Now, Abraham had 7 sons, but Abraham's only son is Isaac. Are you aware of that?
Yeah.
Okay. So the other sons of Abraham, are they his sons according to God?
Yeah.
No. I'm going to read it again. Neither because they are the seed of Abraham are they all children, but in Isaac shall thy seed be called. So if God said, in Isaac shall thy seed be called, but Abraham has 6 other sons, according to God, are those 6 other sons the seed of Abraham?
I guess I see where you're coming from with that. But all people are the children of God.
Why you can't answer the question? We're reading in the New Testament in the verse that you brought me to. In the verse that you brought me to, verse 6, I read, and then I read verse 7, when it says, neither are they the seed of Abraham, are they all children? So that's telling you that everybody is not a child.
Together where that sort of works to your point, because actually that works to my benefit as well, because it's sort of like if you combine that with verse 6, which is what I brought up, with verse 7 sort of seems saying
so then you don't have a problem. So then you don't have a problem admitting that the other sons of Abraham are not his children, correct?
I suppose so. I'll grant you that for the sake of art.
Yeah, I mean that's
moving for the.
Yeah, but that's the only thing that it can be, because it says neither, because they are the seed of Abraham, are they all children. And you know the heaviest part about this?
It's not really saying that. It says neither because it says that's not the reason. That's not the essential criteria on what makes them children of Abraham.
No problem. I'm fine. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with what you just said. I'm fine with it, because it says, "But in Isaac shall thy seed be called." So when you say Abraham's seed, you're only talking about Isaac, correct?
I suppose.
There is no suppose. This says, "But in Isaac shall thy seed be called." So when you say Abraham's seed, you're talking about Isaac, correct?
Yeah.
Verse 8. Verse 8. That is, they which are the children of the flesh, these are not the children of God. So you now see that the fleshly children that Abraham had are not the children, but the children of the promise are counted for the seed. So only the children that were given the promises of God are the children of God. So I'm going to ask you, who outside of the children of Israel was given the promises of God?
Let me see if I have anything for that. I have some verses pulled up, but I'm having trouble because my internet's terrible out here.
You want me to get the Jeopardy music?
Just let me rephrase the question. I'll just try to answer from what I know.
What I said was, this verse says the children of the flesh are not the children of God, only the children of the promise. We know that Israel were the only ones that were the children of the promise. What I'm asking you is to show me another nation that was given the promises of God besides Israel.
I don't think any, no.
Yeah, so then if no other nation were given the promises of God, how can they be the children of God according to the verse we just read?
Well, according to the verse you just read, is a very disingenuous way of putting it.
How could it be disingenuous? I'm gonna read it again. It says
of the Bible and ignore other Bible teachings.
I'm gonna read.
Other Bible.
I'm just gonna read. I just want to read the verse again. The verse says, "They which are the children of the flesh, these are not the children of God, but the children of the promise are counted for the seed." You just agreed with me that only the children of Israel received the promise. So Paul is telling you that only the children of Israel are the children of God. That's what Paul is saying.
I think that's a wild misinterpretation of the verse, dude. I think that's wild.
So what's the other way to interpret it?
Dude, come on, man. You spoke to God Logic before. You shouldn't be freaking.
I beat God Logic. Wait. When you say I spoke to God Logic before, you know God Logic hasn't debated me since because he's scared.
I would say that.
Ask him if we were supposed to do another debate, and he hasn't debated me yet. All you gotta do is just ask
Okay.
him. And the reason, and we were supposed to do one in California. I was gonna come to California.
Okay.
No setup with a debate. We'll see if we'll do one. God Logic got his ass whooped by me. Period.
Damn, that's your boy. You talking about him like that?
In the debate, when we in battle mode, I whooped his ass. When the battle is over, we chopped it up.
Nah, dog. I think
I beat the shit out of him. I beat the slap shit out of him. I beat him so bad. After the first round, we were supposed to be 2 rounds, 1 hour each. I beat him so bad, they shortened the time of the second round to like 45 minutes, some shit like that. That's how bad I beat him the first round.
I don't think that's the reason they shortened it, my boy.
That is.
I can't lie.
That is. If he was confident, he would have kept it up.
You said getting back to the topic, I don't want to bring God Logic into this.
Well, what you bring him up for?
Because it's something that he's told you before on camera.
Okay, let me ask you one more. Let me ask you one more question. Let me ask you one more. Let me ask you just one more biblical question. I just want to gain your biblical knowledge. All right. When how many commandments did Moses deliver at first?
10.
Hey man, I appreciate y'all rocking with me. I am gonna end this live. I'm stopping at 12. About to go get some Dayquil. Eat something, maybe some soup. I hate soup. But I am feeling a little under weather, but I still gave a Car Chronicles rain, hail, sleet, snow, in sickness and in health. Yo, I don't never lose my sense of humor. Y'all saw my grandbaby. That's my beautiful grandbaby. Y'all saw. I'm working on a new scent for women. It's going to be called Dime Piece. That's the name of it. I'm working on a new scent for women. It's going to be called Dime Piece. Shout out to everybody that helped out with the cookout. Commander Junior Hunter, of course. We had the break dancers, which y'all saw me put the break dancers up. Y'all saw me highlight the vendors. Y'all saw my new fly ass jacket. Let me see this. Let me show y'all my new fly jacket. Yeah, there'll be class tonight. And saw my new fly jacket. Boy, when they say flyest nigga in all Israel, when they say the fly, woo! Look at that jacket right there. That jacket is fire. That jacket is fire, man. I'm telling you. So, until next time, Shalom Israel.